Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark, your guide through today's rather enlightening and, dare I say, life-changing topic. Whether you've been here before or this is your first time, pull up a chair because we're about to dive into something that could completely transform the way you approach intimacy and pleasure. Trust me, you're in for a treat, and I promise you won't want to miss it. Now, let's get real for a moment. Have you ever wondered how to truly satisfy a mature woman in the bedroom? I'm not talking about just scratching the surface here. I mean really understanding what makes her feel desired, cherished, and fulfilled. Whether you're a man looking for some solid guidance, a younger fellow eager to unlock the mysteries of older women, or just plain curious, you've clicked on the right video. Today, we're tackling a subject that might seem intimidating at first, but is, in fact, an absolute game changer. How to sexually satisfy women over 65. Before you roll your eyes and think, "Mark, I've got this covered," let me stop you right there. You may think you know what it takes, but the truth is, older women's sexual desires are as complex as they are fascinating. Their needs evolve over time, and what worked like a charm in the past might not cut it anymore. But fear not, I've got you covered. By the time we're done here, you'll have all the tools you need to create an experience that goes far beyond the physical. Spoiler alert, this isn't just about pleasure. It's about emotional intimacy, which, for mature women, is often the real prize. Here's a kicker for you. Men of all ages are out there scratching their heads, trying to figure out how to keep their partners happy, especially as they get older. Let's face it, communicating openly, experimenting with new techniques, and keeping the spark alive are challenges at any age. But what happens when you're dealing with a woman who takes a little longer to get in the mood, or whose body doesn't respond quite the same way it used to? That's where things can get a bit tricky, and why this video is so important. The truth is, it doesn't have to be so complicated, and I'm here to show you exactly why. If you're ready to become a master in the art of pleasing older women, and I mean truly mastering it, then stay with me. We've got 8 crucial tips lined up that will revolutionize the way you think about intimacy with a woman over 65. From perfecting the art of the kiss to maintaining stamina and being adventurous, these tips go beyond the physical. They're about making her feel genuinely appreciated in every way. Because let me tell you, older women don't just crave physical connection. They seek emotional depth. They value a partner who can balance the two like a seasoned tightrope walker at the circus of love. Whether you're a seasoned partner trying to reignite the flames of passion with your long-term companion, or a younger man venturing into uncharted waters, these tips are designed for you. This video is packed with insights that will leave you with a newfound understanding of what mature women want. Not just in the bedroom, but in every aspect of intimacy. So, are you ready to take the plunge and give the older woman in your life the satisfaction she truly deserves? If this video resonates with you, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more tips that could transform your relationships and intimacy forever. I'm here to bring you the real deal, no fluff, no gimmicks, and I promise you what's coming next is just as valuable. Let's not waste another moment. Stick with me, and together we'll uncover the secrets that will make you the partner every mature woman dreams of. Ready? Let's get into it. So, if you're ready to become a master in the art of pleasing older women, and I mean truly satisfying them, keep watching. We've got 8 crucial tips coming your way that will revolutionize the way you approach sex with a woman over 65. From the perfect kiss to maintaining stamina and being adventurous, these tips aren't just about sex. They're about making her feel truly appreciated in every way. You see, older women don't just want physical connection. They crave intimacy and emotional depth. They value a partner who knows how to balance both. So, whether you're a mature man trying to reignite that passion with your long-term partner, or a younger guy who's just exploring, these tips are for you. This video is packed with valuable insights, so stick around till the end, and I promise you'll have a newfound understanding of what older women want in the bedroom, ready to learn how to give the older woman in your life the satisfaction she truly deserves. If this video resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more life-changing tips for your relationships and intimacy. I'm here to bring you the real deal, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. If this video struck a chord with you, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments. If it didn't quite hit the mark, feel free to leave a 0 and let me know what you'd like to see next. Your feedback truly means the world to me. Now, let's dive right into it. What I'm about to share with you is nothing short of transformative. By the end of this video, you will have the tools, knowledge, and confidence to become the kind of partner every mature woman dreams about. Trust me, whether she's 65 or beyond, you'll know exactly how to keep the passion burning strong. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Because let's face it, understanding how to sexually satisfy an older woman is not exactly dinner table conversation. And that's precisely why I'm here. It's a topic shrouded in mystery, often avoided, but utterly crucial. Older women are just as deserving of fulfilling sexual experiences as anyone else. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to provide that, step by step. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mark, I've Googled some tips, read a few articles, I've got this. But let me tell you, the rabbit hole of generic advice out there is often as useful as a chocolate teapot. What I'm about to give you is the real deal. This isn't just about the physical mechanics. It's about understanding her on a deeper level, respecting her, and connecting with her in ways that go beyond the bedroom. Here's the thing. As women age, their bodies undergo changes that impact how they experience intimacy. Hormonal shifts, the natural aging process, and a lifetime of emotional and physical experiences all play a role. A woman over 65 might not respond the way she did in her 30s or 40s, and that's perfectly normal. What's important is recognizing and adapting to these changes with understanding and care. Because here's the good news. Mature women are not only capable of enjoying satisfying sexual relationships, but they often crave a deeper, more meaningful connection than ever before. It all starts with recognizing that older women's sexual needs are just as vital, if not more so, than those of younger women. Over time, many women find themselves yearning for a type of connection that's as emotional as it is physical. They're looking for intimacy that feels genuine, deep, and intentional. And gentlemen, this is where your approach has to evolve. You'll need to tune into her needs, take your time, and create an experience that makes her feel truly valued. This isn't about rushing or ticking boxes. It's about fostering a space where she feels cherished, respected, and, yes, desired. And to kick things off, let's talk about the first crucial tip that will set the stage for everything else: how you kiss her. Now, I can already hear the skeptics saying, "Mark, really? Kissing? Isn't that just the warm-up?" But let me tell you, for an older woman, the way you kiss can set the tone for everything that follows. Kissing isn't just about the physical act of pressing lips together. It's about building trust, creating an emotional bond, and making her feel wanted. It's a gateway to deeper intimacy, and for mature women, it's often the most meaningful part of the experience. For women who've been in long-term relationships or who value emotional connection, kissing is more than just foreplay. It's the heart of intimacy. If you can master the art of a deep, passionate kiss, you're already halfway to creating a stronger, deeper connection. A kiss should convey tenderness, respect, and a sense of genuine affection. It's about making her feel like this moment is special, not hurried, mechanical, or something to check off a list. Pay attention to her responses. Is she leaning into you, signaling that she wants more? Or is she pulling back, indicating she needs more time? These subtle cues are your guide to creating an experience that's satisfying for both of you. But here's the kicker. Kissing is just the beginning. Once you've laid the foundation of emotional connection through that tender kiss, it's time to address a common concern for many older women: vaginal dryness. This is a natural part of aging, often tied to menopause, and while it may seem like a roadblock, it's easily manageable. The solution: lubrication. Simple, effective, and game-changing. The right lubricant, whether water-based or silicone-based, can transform the experience for both of you. It's not just about comfort, it's about ensuring that intimacy feels smooth, pleasurable, and free of discomfort. So, let's banish any hesitation around this topic. A thoughtful approach to something as simple as lubrication shows care, consideration, and a commitment to making her feel as comfortable as possible. And trust me, she'll notice and appreciate your efforts. So there you have it, the art of kissing and the importance of lubrication. These two seemingly small steps are foundational to creating an intimate connection with a mature woman. And we're just getting started. Stick with me, because there's much more to uncover. Trust me, by the end of this journey, you will have everything you need to become the partner she's always dreamed of. Let's keep going. Tip number 2, you need to use lubrication. Now, folks, before you roll your eyes and think, "Mark, really? Lubrication? Isn't that a no-brainer?" Hear me out. I'm not talking about grabbing just any old product off the shelf. This is not the time to reach for some bargain bin concoction that hasn't seen a quality check since the 90s. What you need is the right type of lubricant. And trust me, this distinction can make or break the experience. Water-based or silicone-based lubricants are your golden tickets to ensuring that intimacy is smooth, enjoyable, and entirely free of discomfort. A high-quality lubricant doesn't just make things easier. It reduces the risk of irritation, discomfort, or, heaven forbid, injury. And let's be real, no one is looking to have a medical mishap during a romantic moment. Investing in the right products is an act of care, a way of saying, "Your comfort matters to me, and I'm here to make sure this experience is as fulfilling as it can be." For many older women, vaginal dryness, thanks to our old frenemy, menopause, can turn intimacy into something they'd rather avoid altogether. But with the right lubrication, you can flip that script entirely. It allows her to relax, feel at ease, and fully enjoy the experience. And here's the kicker. It's not just about her pleasure. Lubrication benefits you too, my friend. It makes everything smoother, more sensual, and deeply connected. So don't skimp here. Show her you care by being thoughtful and prepared. Believe me, she'll notice the effort, and she'll appreciate it more than words can say. Now, I hope you're not thinking we're done here, because we're just getting to the fun part. If you're looking to keep things fresh, exciting, and dare I say, unforgettable, tip number 3, be adventurous. Let's face it, predictability is the sworn enemy of passion. Older women, more than anyone, are looking for variety and novelty in their sexual relationships. They've likely seen it all, and sticking to the same old routine is about as exciting as watching paint dry. The key here is to step out of your comfort zone and mix things up. Experiment with new positions, explore different techniques, and get creative with ways to keep the spark alive. Now, being adventurous doesn't mean turning the bedroom into an Olympic gymnastics event. You're not trying to pull off stunts that would leave Cirque du Soleil scratching their heads. It's about changing your mindset. Think outside the box. Create a new experience. Whether that means trying a new setting, introducing props, or simply varying how you touch and caress her. Even the smallest changes can reignite the passion and keep the connection exciting. The goal here is to make intimacy feel fresh and thrilling, not routine and mechanical. Keep the element of surprise alive, and you'll notice her energy and enthusiasm skyrocket. But remember, adventure and respect go hand in hand. It's not about pushing boundaries for the sake of it. It's about trying new things that make her feel safe, loved, and cherished. If she's not into a particular idea or position, no problem. Adapt, adjust, and try something else. Communication is your best friend here. Pay close attention to her feedback, both verbal and non-verbal, and let it guide you. But before we wrap this up, here's a little secret. All of these tips, kissing, lubrication, adventurousness, build up to one essential ingredient: foreplay. That's right, foreplay is your secret weapon when it comes to truly satisfying an older woman. And in the next part, we're diving deep into why foreplay is absolutely vital and how to master it like a pro. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Stick around, and we'll take this conversation to the next level. Tip number 4, foreplay. Alright folks, now that we've got the basics covered, kissing, lubrication, and adding a touch of adventure, it's time to dive into one of the most essential elements of satisfying an older woman: foreplay. And no, I'm not talking about some half-hearted attempt to warm her up like you're revving a car engine on a cold morning. Foreplay, when done right, is an art form. A masterpiece of connection, anticipation, and passion. Now, I can already hear some of you muttering, "Mark, isn't foreplay just common sense?" Well, sure, everyone knows the term, but foreplay with an older woman is a whole different ballgame. It's not just about a few cursory touches before moving on to the main event. It's about creating an experience that builds anticipation, ignites desire, and forms an emotional bond that deepens intimacy. Think of it as a slow-cooked meal, rich, layered, and worth every bit of patience it demands. Here's the deal. Older women place a huge emphasis on emotional intimacy. It's what they crave, especially as they age. Life has thrown its fair share of curveballs their way, And for them, intimacy isn't just a physical act. It's a culmination of trust, emotions, and vulnerability. They want to feel seen, valued, and above all, desired. And the best way to communicate all of that? You guessed it, stellar foreplay. So how do you become a virtuoso in this department? Well, my friend, the key lies in focusing on the little things. Don't rush it. Take your time to explore her body with care and attention. Older women might not always voice it, but they deeply appreciate being touched, caressed, and adored in a way that's slow and meaningful. Pay attention to her reactions, the way her body responds to your touch, the way she relaxes when you focus on specific spots. It's not about getting to the finish line, it's about savoring the journey. And let me tell you, the more effort you put into foreplay, the more you'll get out of it. You'll see her become more present, more engaged, and more willing to fully open herself to the experience. If you're wondering how to perfect your foreplay game, here's where you should really take notes. Start with kissing, but don't stop there. Kissing is just the gateway. Pay attention to the skin, the neck, the ears, the inner thighs, all those incredibly sensitive areas that will make her feel desired and deeply connected to you. Be patient, deliberate, and attentive. Rushing ruins the magic, so slow it down and let the moment build. Here's something crucial to understand. Many older women, particularly those who've been in long-term relationships, feel like their sexuality has been put on the back burner. Maybe they don't feel as attractive or desirable as they once did. This is where you come in. It's your job to remind her how beautiful, sensual, and utterly captivating she still is. A simple touch or a well-placed kiss can make all the difference. So don't underestimate the power of showing her that she matters. When you approach foreplay with care and intention, it stops being just physical. It becomes a way of saying, "You're worth every second of my time and attention." And here's the real beauty of it. When she feels truly valued and cherished, the entire experience transforms. It's no longer just sex, it's an intimate connection that resonates on every level. And here's the kicker. When you put in this level of effort, the rewards are unimaginable. She'll respond in ways you didn't even know were possible, because you've taken the time to create something meaningful. Let's take a quick recap of what we've tackled so far. The power of kissing to build emotional intimacy. The importance of lubrication for comfort and pleasure. Adding adventure to keep things fresh and exciting. But all of that? It's the warm-up act. Without mastering the art of foreplay, the rest falls flat. Foreplay requires time, energy, and care. It's not a sprint, it's a slow, steady dance. The more you commit to it, the more rewarding the experience will be. For both of you. But hang on, we're not quite finished yet. There's one more crucial ingredient to add to this recipe for unforgettable intimacy. Stamina. Stick with me, because in the next part, we're going to tackle why stamina is the ultimate game changer when it comes to keeping her satisfied. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Tip number 5. You've got to maintain good sexual stamina. Now, when I say stamina, don't immediately picture yourself running laps or sweating through some impossible endurance feat. Stamina in this context isn't just about how long you can last. It's about maintaining energy, connection, and passion throughout the experience. For older women, this isn't a race to the finish line. It's more like a leisurely, scenic road trip where the journey matters just as much as the destination. Stamina means creating an environment where she feels comfortable, relaxed, and able to let go. She should feel like every moment is hers to savor, and it's your job to ensure that the connection, emotional, physical, and mental, remains strong from start to finish. Now, here's the thing about stamina. It's not just a physical game. It's an emotional one, too. You have to keep the momentum going by staying tuned in to her needs. This requires a little finesse, a bit of charm, and, dare I say, the ability to multitask. You need to know when to slow things down, when to heat them up, and when to switch gears entirely. Communication, whether through subtle body language or straightforward conversation, is your best friend here. Pay close attention to her cues. She might not always vocalize how she's feeling, but her body will tell you everything you need to know if you're paying attention. Is she leaning into you, or does she seem a little hesitant? Does she respond enthusiastically, or does she seem distant? Reading those signs is key to maintaining the connection and ensuring she's fully engaged. And let me dispel a common misconception. Stamina isn't about turning into some kind of bedroom superhero. You don't need to be a marathon runner. What you need is emotional stamina. The ability to stay present, keep the spark alive, and maintain that sense of excitement and intimacy throughout the experience. It's also about being adaptable. Sometimes, despite the best laid plans, she might not be feeling a particular moment or activity. That's where your ability to pivot becomes critical. Communication isn't just important, it's essential. When you can sense what's working and what's not, you demonstrate care and attentiveness, which, let's be honest, are far more attractive than any physical feat. Here's another nugget of wisdom. If you're truly connected on an emotional level, the physical side will naturally follow. When she feels understood, appreciated, and respected, it creates a foundation for physical intimacy that's far more fulfilling for both of you. Now, let's take a moment to recap the journey we've been on so far. We've talked about the importance of kissing as a way to build emotional intimacy. We've covered lubrication to ensure comfort and pleasure. We've discussed how adventurousness keeps the spark alive. We've explored the art of foreplay as a way to deepen connection. And now, we've delved into the importance of stamina, both emotional and physical. But here's the thing. All these tips are just pieces of a larger puzzle. Together, they contribute to one overarching goal: creating an experience of connection and intimacy that both of you can truly enjoy. Sexual satisfaction isn't just about physical mechanics. It's about forging a bond, understanding each other's needs, and ensuring that you both feel valued and cherished. And this, my friend, is where the magic truly happens. If you're serious about being the kind of partner an older woman dreams of, this approach is non-negotiable. It's not about rushing or reducing intimacy to a checklist. It's about making her feel seen, respected, and desired at every step of the way. Now, before you go running off to put these tips into practice, let me just say this. We're only just getting started. Stay tuned, because in the next section, we're diving even deeper into the emotional and psychological aspects of intimacy, arguably the most critical component of satisfying an older woman. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Tip number 6. It's all about emotional connection. Let me tell you, if you're dealing with an older woman, especially one who's been through her share of life's twists and turns. Emotional connection isn't just the icing on the cake. It is the cake. Women in their 60s and beyond have weathered storms, celebrated triumphs, and learned more about themselves than most of us learn in 2 lifetimes. They're not looking for a shallow dip in the kiddie pool of connection. They want the deep end. Older women crave more than just physical satisfaction. Sure, the physical part matters, but it's the emotional investment that truly makes the difference. You've got to show her that she's not just a lover, but a person you value, respect, and cherish. And no, this isn't some quick-fix formula. Building emotional intimacy takes time, patience, and a willingness to listen. Not the kind of listening where you nod while secretly planning your next fishing trip. I mean really listening. You see, as we age, our vulnerabilities become clearer, and for an older woman, opening up about her true desires can feel like stepping out in the middle of a thunderstorm without an umbrella. That's where you come in. Make her feel safe. Make her feel appreciated. When she knows she's not just another chapter in your book, but the whole story, you'll see her open up in ways that make the relationship profoundly fulfilling. Here's the beauty of emotional safety. It's the key to unlocking everything else. When she feels emotionally connected, her desire for physical intimacy naturally grows. Think about it. Most older women have been in relationships where the physical was prioritized over the emotional. And they've figured out the hard way that true satisfaction comes from both being present. That's your job. Keep emotional intimacy at the forefront. It's not a nice to have. It's the whole game plan. Don't rush to the physical side of things. Start by building that emotional bond. Talk to her openly. Express how much you care. Validate her feelings. It's amazing how far a simple "I hear you" can go. Take the time to check in with her about what she needs, both emotionally and physically. Vulnerability builds trust, and trust makes the entire experience, not just sex, infinitely more enjoyable for both of you. Here's a crucial piece of wisdom for you. Older women value respect and affection above all else. And no, I don't mean just holding the door for her or complimenting her dress. Though those are nice touches. I'm talking about the way you treat her every single day. Respect isn't about not doing the wrong thing. It's about actively showing her that she matters. It's about being attentive to her needs, desires, and feelings, not just in the bedroom, but in every interaction. When she feels genuinely cared for, when she knows you value her beyond the physical, that's when the connection becomes something truly remarkable. The way you speak to her, the way you support her, these are the building blocks of a relationship that's both emotionally and physically fulfilling. And of course, communication plays a massive role in all of this. Without it, you're essentially trying to sail a ship without a compass. So, stay tuned, because in the next part, we're diving into how communication can elevate everything to the next level. Trust me, this is where the magic truly happens. Tip number 7. You have to be an expert communicator. Gentlemen, if you thought communication started and ended with the occasional "How was your day?" let me introduce you to the PhD program of Relationship Communication. Older women, wise, experienced, and full of life, aren't always going to spell out their needs in neon letters. This means you've got to go beyond the words. You need to become a master at decoding body language, deciphering emotional cues, and even interpreting those subtle shifts in her tone. Think of yourself as a romantic Sherlock Holmes, minus the deerstalker hat. Pay attention to how she reacts when you kiss her. Does she lean in for more, or does she shift away? When you touch her or whisper something sweet in her ear, what does her body tell you? If she's pulling you closer or giving you those "I'm intrigued" vibes, you're doing something right. If she seems uncertain or hesitant, it's your cue to adjust and try a different approach. Remember, every little sign she gives is like a breadcrumb leading you to what she truly desires. But don't rely solely on reading cues like a mind reader at a county fair. When the time is right, open your mouth, no, not just for kissing, and ask her how she feels. What does she like? Is there something new she'd like to try? Trust me, asking these questions isn't awkward. It's a show of maturity, care, and attentiveness. Older women value a partner who seeks feedback because it shows you're invested in making the experience enjoyable for both of you. And let's not underestimate the power of verbal intimacy. A heartfelt compliment can light up her world in ways no extravagant gesture ever could. Tell her how beautiful she is, how much she means to you, and how much you cherish your moments together. Words like these aren't just a garnish. They're the main course in creating emotional depth and connection. Verbal intimacy strengthens the foundation of trust and affection, making every physical interaction that much more meaningful. Now, let's switch gears and address the monotony that can sometimes creep into even the most fulfilling relationships. Tip number 8. Keep exploring new sex positions and sexual activities. Variety, gentlemen, is the spice of life, and it's just as critical in the bedroom. This isn't about rewriting the Kama Sutra every weekend, but about introducing subtle changes that keep things exciting. Think about different angles, settings, or sensations. Maybe try incorporating massage oils for a sensual touch, or adding a hint of light bondage, with mutual consent, of course. It's not about going wild with extremes, it's about keeping the element of surprise alive. Even small tweaks can make a world of difference, especially for older women who tend to appreciate a slower, more sensual approach. But variety isn't just about physical exploration. It's about maintaining an adventurous mindset. Stay open to trying new things, but always ensure her comfort and consent. The goal is to make each encounter feel unique, not rehearsed. If she's not into something, that's fine. There's always room to pivot and explore something else. Respectful communication is key here. Lastly, let's talk about the unsung hero of intimacy: patience. Patience, my friends, isn't just a virtue. It's the golden ticket to a more satisfying relationship. Older women might take longer to feel aroused or comfortable with certain acts. And that's perfectly normal. Rushing through things not only dampens the mood, but also undermines the emotional connection you're trying to build. The secret lies in giving her the time and space to truly relax, to feel safe and cherished. Patience means understanding that intimacy isn't a race, it's a shared journey. When you demonstrate compassion and understanding, you're not just enhancing the physical experience, you're solidifying the emotional bond that elevates the relationship to something extraordinary. So, if you take these tips to heart, from mastering communication to embracing variety and showing unyielding patience, you'll find yourself on the path to becoming the lover every older woman dreams of. It's not just about physical pleasure. It's about creating an experience where both of you feel deeply connected, desired, and emotionally fulfilled. That, my friends, is the real secret to keeping the spark alive. In conclusion, let's lay it out plain and simple. Older women aren't just looking for fireworks. They're looking for the person who knows how to light the match, fan the flame, and keep the fire burning with care. They crave a partner who sees them not just as they are, but as they've become, seasoned, wise, and full of life. It's not just about the physical, folks. Oh no, it's about the emotional connection that makes the physical all the more meaningful. Miss that, and you're just fumbling with the kindling. So, the next time you find yourself sharing an intimate moment with a mature woman, remember this golden rule. It's not about what you're doing, it's about how you make her feel. Does she feel valued, respected, seen for the incredible person she is? That's the secret sauce right there. Intimacy isn't just about physical pleasure. It's about crafting an experience that leaves both of you feeling enriched, loved, and alive. Follow these tips, and you won't just be another partner. You'll be the partner she remembers with a smile and a sparkle in her eye. Because when intimacy transcends age, it's not about counting years. It's about counting moments that truly matter. And that, my friends, is the real secret to satisfying any woman over 65. Go forth, and may your connections be as deep as your conversations, and hopefully just as rewarding.